Welcome back to the Garden Gang. It's Vanity with Brew Crew Garden Gang, Tribe of 7. It's tour day. We're gonna do a tour today. I've got to go ahead and get this done because I'm having surgery tomorrow. And maybe I'll put that in another video. Who knows? I don't know. But it's tour day. So it's July 10th, 23, summer season. And things have tremendously changed in the garden. So stay tuned for the looks. Like, comment, subscribe, vibe, chill, stay a while, enjoy the tour as we hop in. Gang. Starting with the herb garden, with the herb corner, which has turned to the pumpkin corner. We got a pumpkin over there. Oh, getting juicy. Getting juicy. And I have trimmed off a lot of the leaves and the growth here of the pumpkin because it was just taking over and shading out everything, including the marigolds here. And I'm gonna clip the front, so sort of like prune the front, where after that one pumpkin, anything after that I'm gonna trim it off because it's connecting to the muscadines. So we don't really want that. It has vined up the marigolds. The muscadines. That's the tip of the pumpkin. They have just really been super invasive this year. They're everywhere, all over the garden. But I'll take a step back. Those are the muscadines, no fruit. And I think I may have done that to myself. Great growth, pretty good growth. They're trailing out, but no fruit from what I can see. And I think what I did was pruned it at the wrong time. And I pruned off those 2 vines with fruit on it. So hopefully next year we'll be loaded. I hope. This is the second season in there. So, oh, it's a big spider in there. I don't know. Yeah. No fruit just yet. Kind of left it alone. I got a little overzealous with it. But we got marigolds here. And then this one is a giant marigold. So I had to stuff it back there. But I've recently put new cucumber seeds out. The same kind, the pickle bush. I like that right here. They're dying out. They're dying out. Still producing. But I've canned quite a few jars from it. So from these plants here. And with these, I've just been pickling them whole. Pretty small, and then they've been on there too long, they get like that, kind of fat. Oh, but yeah, this is the herb corner. The sunflowers have kind of died out too. That one's still going strong. Through all the storms, this one has made it. I secured it down pretty good. This one though, my favorite. It's come to an end. It got snapped in the last storm. It's been through 3 to 4 storms. No, 3 storms. 3 storms. And this one too. Just couldn't take it. But yeah. So then we step over here. Sorry, the project table is a mess. We've got the the dahlia I need to deadhead, and it's got some virus going on, probably some powdery mildew. So I believe all of this, the celery had some powdery mildew issue too, and I just sprayed it with some sulfur, and then it was a good rain after, so it's coming back pretty good. The echinacea here is being shaded out, so it's stretching and reaching. It's being shaded out by this pumpkin. So I don't even really want it. I just want that one pumpkin over there. And I want to cut this whole vine off. I came through here the other day and I was just weed eating stuff. And I was knocking those leaves back. It was covered. I mean, weeds everywhere. The chamomile back here has been shaded. And maybe just a little bit too hot for it, but it's been shaded and it's just not growing well because the pumpkin leaves. But I want that one pumpkin. So, but like up underneath here, celery, big bushels of celery. And then all of these celeries. And honestly, these have caught all the way up. And like I've got 2 stalks there. And these were the cells. I planted the whole cell. I didn't thin them out and plant. And these were thinned out and planted. And those have really caught up to these here. And we've just been snapping them off at the ends. So I had and have major bug pressure over here with these brassicas. But I've just been letting them do their thing over here, and I've harvested enough. They can live or not, however they choose. But they've still been producing well, even though they've been getting eaten up. I've been trying to keep them sprayed. I'm sorry. Trash day, and there's a plane coming. I've been keeping them dusted is what I've been doing. And it's gotten much better, but the slug pressure is still very much so real. Same for the cabbages back there, and they've been getting eaten. I'm just trying to wait until they can get headed up. I cannot stand that gas smell that brassicas, cabbages give off once leaves are dying and stuff like that. That decomposing. Ugh. Let's see, look at it, man. That is just. Whew. And I knew I wasn't going to get major heads on these because they're so close together. But I just wanted to kind of see what they were going to do. My babies planted those out, but this out here, and it really needs to get weeded. And I've got stuff that needs to get in the ground over here. So I'm just not sure exactly what I'm going to put in. I just start seeds, and then there we go. But we've got some squash fruit here. And this was just planted maybe a couple weeks ago. A little more than a couple weeks, maybe 3. But it's vining out. It's getting big. It's doing its thing. I harvested one squash this morning. And I like them a little bit bigger than that. Once this dies off, that probably just not very great pollination, but it's still gonna eat. And we got this tomato here, just randomly stuck there. It's doing okay. It was one of the ones that were in a cup, and we've got some fruit on it, and I'm gonna prune it up good. But it's right here. It's kind of dropping fruit a little bit. It's been very hot. Got a lot of lead stems on it. So it just needs a little pruning. That one does. Kind of been leaving it alone. So then we can come here, and I pretty much harvested most of the onions. These were left. Oh, look at that little worm. These were left because I just didn't know what they were going to do. If they were going to do anything, it doesn't look like they're going to do anything. The other onion stabbed me in the back, so I gave up with it. But these here are zinnias. And they got, the storm blew the zinnias down over them, so they got kind of beat up a little bit. But they're going to start blooming out here in a minute again. But they look like this. And these got a little beat up too. Oh, look at that lone onion back there. Just getting overtaken by weeds. I probably just pulled it up. Need to fix that. I'll fix that in a minute. But then we got the zinnias here. I love these zinnias right here. I love them. I love them. They're so beautiful. We've got actually zinnia mixed in with raspberry. They are not in the same pot. They're just super close. So we've got I moved some of the trees over this way too, and I feel like it's been so much better. Great growth over here. This is the key lime tree here. If you can tell the difference. The raspberry. So it's just kind of grown. I harvested the garlic. Some garlic is still here. But then, so we come to this side of the arch, and there's a tomato plant in here. So we've got good fruit on it, man. Massive maters. I've already harvested a couple off, but they're just in here hidden. I love it. But I do have some bug pressure through here, so I need to figure something out with that. And then the raspberry has made its way out here. I got echinacea under there, or black-eyed Susan. See, yeah, it's pretty good holes throughout. We got these little baby bugs. You probably can't see. There they are. Little baby bugs on there. It's just, I don't know what. I don't want to be dusting everything and every single day, but something's got to give. So I did prune through here pretty good. This is back to the other side of the arch. There's also a volunteer cucamelon in here. The oregano is going to seed down here and been overtaken with cucamelon. And like I said, it's just a volunteer from last year. I don't even know where it's coming from. Tomatoes they're doing pretty good. Some of them are looking like this a little bit. Getting a little bit of blight. But I'm just picking it off as I go. So we got a fig tree here. This was a $5. Oh, I've got a good one on here too. I've got a couple on there. I wonder if I should prune them off or just let it do what it's gonna do. There's also Concord grapevine on this arch. And it's doing great. First year, there's two. One in the containers in the 5-gallon buckets on each side. So that's doing pretty good. I got those for like $3 or $5. And that's my volunteer zinnia. So over here, we've got the Brussels sprouts. And when I say these Brussels sprouts took a hit, they took a hit. They took a hit. But I think they're coming back. And I just smell a lot of that gas that the brassicas give off. I know I'm probably way close, but let me go up underneath and show you guys some good ones. I hope they're not still getting eaten up real good, but I tried to cover them. I dusted under here and sorry. I tried to cover them. Well, I did cover them. They've been shaded the entire time. But I did dust under here. I came through, I sprayed really good, and I dusted. And then I covered them right back up. I kind of feel like they're still getting eaten on, but it's okay. We're going to figure it out. But we've got some nice sized sprouts coming. Nice ones. I'm so excited for it. So that's the Brussels sprouts. The blueberries. I'm still trying with these blueberries. Trial and error. I am getting more growth, though. I will say that. It's not just stem. This one is still struggling a little bit. And it's getting new growth, but then turning red. So it's something's going on with the soil, or I've got some bugs in this in the bottoms. Got to get that figured out though. But we're working on it. We've got potatoes in this bag. They have been getting eaten like crazy. I'm going to start another round of potato. I think in this same bed again right here I have a dead space. But I've been healing. It's been raining tough. But they have been getting eaten down like that by the greenworm, the hornworm. We got another tomato that came from the cup that was yellow when I put it in, and it has done its thing. And I'm thinking it's either a Amish paste or a Roma. Could be a San Marzan too. We got the lemon here, my pride and joy. And then we've also got new blooms. It was doing a little yellowing, but gave us some blood meal, and it looks a little bit better to me today. And then we've got this one here. That's new. This one is a variegated pink lemon. And it's doing great. It's doing great. It's pushing out. I love these variegated leaves. Such a pretty plant. Or tree, I should say. So then we've got arches. Ha! My sons put this up for me. My sons and my husband, of course. But we got beans growing up. And this is, very new. Very, very new. We were just now able to get it all installed. But the beans are doing great. Trellising up both sides. We've got beans on both sides. And then we've got cucumber here, down here. And I'm contemplating on another panel, but I like the squash there. I like the squash there. I like the spillage a little bit. So I've got cucumber down here, and I just put in another little baby one right there. We got that tomato. This is a cup tomato. So I had 3 cup tomatoes. That one's it, and it's kind of getting taken over by this massive one there. This one here, that's a black cran. it's getting a little bit sick. Real early. Don't like that. Good thing I have more started. But it is getting a little bit sick. And to be honest, y'all, this is the first time that I've been out here in about 3 days. I've had family here. My 2 daughters have come down from Oklahoma. And so it's been real hectic. And I hadn't been able to be out here. And this is the first time that I've actually walked back here. So this is a shock for me too. But I've got some corn there, and it's got a little lean going, but I've also got one more there. The other ones didn't come up. So I think the squirrels take me out. We also got a zinnia there, zinnia there. The peach tree is doing wonderful. Like you remember, I brought it back. It was red, and look at that peach under there. Look at that. Look at my peach in my backyard. But yeah. So this is a golden zucchini is what this is. It's one plant. Massive, right? No fruit yet, but it's only about 3 weeks old, so I'm good with it. I got the peppers back there. And I mean, I've already harvested 2 gallon size cut up peppers. I've already put that away. They're doing awesome. These are all sweet peppers. And to be honest, this little trellis thing has been all right. I may need to raise it a little bit because they're going to get taller. But it's been doing great over here. I've had a lot of weeds, though. But we've got massive peppers and lots of blooms already, so I'm excited right here. Then we got a lone tomato back there. Don't know what it is. It was just a volunteer. So she's coming along. I'm gonna let her volunteer her goods for us. We got the watermelon row. Oh, I just stepped on. Sorry. Well, we got melons. I'll say the melon lane. I haven't seen any watermelons yet. My mom's garden has one though. But we do have cantaloupe. Right there and there. Over there. So I think that's really cute too, how it decided to trail up the strawberries. I haven't gotten much from the strawberries since the start of June. And that's very typical. Very typical. We've also got more tomatoes over here. I finally got them off the ground. They were looking very sick. Very sick. This is all Mamie right here. This has been the easiest way to trellis. My goodness. I love it. And then the rest of these are staked. And I have had to put a little like hardware, something there to... This year has just not been very good for trellising with the tomatoes. But we got some nasturtium there. And it's coming back. It's making a comeback. Kind of died on me a little bit. It's coming back. We got one there too. And then I've also got marigolds in these beds. I think it's been okay with the pest pressure. It's been all right, but I mean, I'm still getting eaten up. I had a good little round of hornworms that were taking me out overnight, but they're making a great comeback. these are. We've got lots of hidden gems in here. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I do think beetles are over here though, so this row was planted last. It's catching up. But we've got this one right here that's ephaciated. So it's kind of scarred in there. That's not bug damage. That was an ephaciated blossom. I love those though. They're so ugly, they're pretty. And I think there may be a little bit of powdery mildew over here too. That seems to run rampant in the yard. This is my first year with this garden. So, learning your area. All the onion here died again. Everything in this bed has been dying. So I gotta, except for these tomatoes, but I'm thinking to revamp the soil. Either that or my issue with the onions, period, was a problem. So, refiguring. And that's all we can do, guys. Like, going back to our roots is like, that's all we can do is refigure. Yes, it was kind of given to us in a book, but we're just learning this. So, I take it easy on myself. I'm, 6-7 years in, but you're going to always learn something different. Especially you go somewhere different, you're going to learn something different. Just be ready for that. Don't feel like it's going to come immediately. Pest pressure, pests, slugs and beetles here. But this one is going to seed, and I'm letting it. So like those ones can be taken off. They're dry already. But that was a strong plant, so I really want seeds from it. But this is a survivor patch. We got a survivor zinnia in here. She got knocked over. She got snapped. And then these cucamelons. Woohoo! Woohoo! I mean, really feel this out, right? Really feel this out. It's got some powdery mildew, though. But I've been coming through and pruning. I pruned a lot at the bottom. And see how it's just like connecting to the back? And I think that's what's getting stuff sick, because on the other side of the fence it's disease. But man, glory. I feel like when I'm trying to harvest, I've harvested from here a couple times now, and when I do, it's like I'm at TJ Maxx or something, Ross, something like that, where I gotta look through and find the sales. And we've got tomato plants lost in the sauce in here. Probably a little bit dry. I see some curling leaves, but we got fruit. We've also got an echinacea under there, and then this is completely taken over with powdery mildew. It's a I'm gonna have to do another round of spraying. It's a marigold as well, and we got a zinnia stuck in here. I had a couple zinnias and it just took over early, so and they were pushing out, so I took one out and I just left that one on the side. But yeah, the cucumber melons, or the sour gherkins. This is what we've come from. Well, I've also got a tomato plant in here. It was a volunteer. I don't know what it is, but it's massive and it has fruits. So I'm happy about that. I harvested those onions over there. I just wanted to start over with those. And then I've pretty much harvested these just to get to the chickens. This one seems big. This one seems like it's about to bolt. Okay. Not that big, but it is about the boat. Oh, not big at all. Ah, look at it. I must have been next to some stuff. I wonder what else is in here. What else is ready? The thing with carrots is like, it will be like you'll have all this greenery. You think you got the biggest carrot in the world, and there's nothing there. And then when you have not a lot of greenery, you get a pretty fat one. You just never know what you're going to get with carrots. In my opinion, I'm going to give those tops to the cheekies. I think this was like a nana something. I got a random lemon tree here that I need to get planted. Chickies, they're out and about just doing their thing, wandering around. I need to clean their water. I just feel like I've been neglecting my babies. And then we got beans. I've harvested off of our beans that we planted together about 2 months ago. Two and a half, maybe a little more probably. I don't know. But I've harvested I don't know how many times off of these beans. And they're still pumping out. They get a little sick and then they come on back. So, but nice sized ones. Oh, I could probably go for another harvest. And with these beans, sometimes I will literally like eat them out here raw. So, but yeah. So I think that's the end of the tour, guys. I do have some seeds and stuff, but that's the end. This is what we got growing here. The Brew Crew Garden, Tribe of 7. I wonder what you guys feel like need to be out here. What should I be growing, guys? Are we getting ready for fall already, guys? What are we doing? Talk to us. Engage. Stay a while. All right. Thanks for watching, gang.